Okay, I don't think I've finished the how should I say the whole endeavor as far as my past and whatnot. As far as what I've gone to, it's a very for me. It's a very sensitive subject, because it has a lot to do with my mom and everything, and like all the sacrifices she made for me. So I haven't even told certain parts of my family about that. They don't even know. And some of them may think the worst, like not my family over here, but my other family may think the worst of her, but like they just don't know how much she went through. They really don't. The only person who know was me, because for the most part, I was the one there beside her through all of it, or at least through most of it, as much as I could see. But anyway, it's about time I start going over to the tips that I've dealt, how I dealt with this. What you want to do is, first things first, you got to change your diet. That's the first thing you want to do. You want to stop eating and drinking high fructose corn syrup, because that, along with any type of synthetic substance that is in food or drink, any type of synthetic substance that at all that's in your body wash products and stuff, for some odd reason, that stuff acts as a how should I say, oh boy, I'm losing my train of thought. That stuff acts as a increaser for EMF radiation. I don't know why, but it just does. I ended up going off of high fructose corn syrup for about 2 weeks, and I flushed my system out as best I could. I was drinking a certain type of cranberry cherry juice that did not have any of the factory processed preservatives within it, except for certain parts of concentrate, but that was about it. But it was enough to, cleanse out my colon. So, or actually, I think that's, no, not necessarily the colon, but I think they call it like the bladder or something like that. I think that's what it is. I'm not certain. Not too familiar with the human biology thing or whatever. I only know like from short bits of that. But anyway, you want to clear out your colon. You want to clear out your not just that your bladder. You also want to clear out your lungs too, because this stuff does get caked into your lungs. I'm not gonna go into full detail as to far exactly what it is, but yeah, you definitely gonna have to start changing your diet around and stop eating stuff like that. Even chewing a piece. I've even found in gum, there's certain metallical substances in gum. I ended up buying a pack of Dantine Ice, and I'm trying to figure out why in the world is there substances of titanium in gum. Why on earth would there be titanium in gum underneath the ingredients list? That just makes no sense. It's so anyway, like that's as far as the dieting thing, as far as I know. You want to detox, start eating healthy, eat your vegetables and all that types of stuff, man. Start doing that. Avoid GMO. Do not eat any type of vegetable that of any type of soup can or anything that has GMO. I'm afraid as far as donated food that gets given to you, do not accept it. I'm telling you, for your own benefit, don't. If you can't afford to, then I mean, if you're poor or whatever, then just take what you can get. But if it's not a situation like that, then I am begging you for your own safety. Do not accept food from strangers. Don't. Do not accept any type of any type of handout of any kind, because I'm telling you, you were put on this list for a reason. They put you on this list for a reason. They wouldn't be torturing you like this if they did not want you gone. So there's that. As far as the EMF attacks at your home, get aloe vera plants. You want to get the largest ones you can get. Get the largest ones you can get. You can get some small grown ones, which you always want to keep them near the larger ones. Reason why is because, well, unfortunately, the small ones, they can't handle all that EMF radiation on their own. So you need the bigger ones to top off some of that off. You also want to get some some feeder for them. You want to get the best kind you can get. You want to get that. You don't have to water them every now. You only got to water them like every now and then. It's not a very constant thing. These plants are indeed hard to kill, so you don't have to worry about too much tending to them and all that. As well as that, if you're having trouble keeping them alive, there's a formula that I designed of my from my research. What you want to do is get some dried up seaweed, get that some salt that has to be iodized salt. You want to get the extract from that and put it in water, and then put it in a spray bottle and spray around the plant. Spray that around the plants. It'll allow them to grow and survive a lot longer than usual. Other than that, there is an app called Innate State. Now, what Innate State does is it takes the ions and the neutrons from the radiation that you're getting, and it converts them into a healing factor. So, as they're trying to fry you, you're actually getting healed from this. So the only off chance is that yes, if you do have V2K, you will experience some of that, but it takes a lot of the stuff off a lot better than before. One of the things you need to realize is that I found out that water tends to block EMF radiation completely, and this is going as far as gamma rays. Now, concrete is another substance that blocks EMF radiation. Now, you put both of those together, you have a huge unpenetrable wall from EMF radiation. Now, as far as anything else, what you want to do is whenever you the same thing I told you about before, the extract. Whenever you get through mopping your floors, wiping down your kitchen counter tables or whatever, and they dry, you want to spray some of that stuff around there too and wipe it down. Again, I'm not going into detail as to why, but this is for your own safety. This is for your own benefit. As far as anything else is concerned, when it comes to this, you also, like whenever you take a bath, wash up and scrub down with baking soda. You want to do that with baking soda, and you want to take your baths with Epsom salt. You want to do it with both of those. Don't use any type of regular name brand soap. If you must, use Dove. If you must use a name brand soap, use Dove. I'm telling you, there are actually synthetic toxins in these products. So that's why I mainly highly recommend baking soda. As far as with baking soda is concerned, you can wash with it, you can scrub with it, you can brush your teeth with it, and so on and so forth. Now, as far as the V2K thing is concerned, you gotta understand, like when you're able to do this, you gotta understand, like the one thing you want them to do is to constantly pester you with their BS. You want them to do that, and I'll tell you as to why. You may think you don't, but you technically do. The reason why is because the more and more they have to do that, the more and more it becomes obvious that whatever they're using on you is not working. So when they act like that, it's to mainly get your attention back on track to where they want it to. Meaning they want you to think about what they're doing. They want you to be on a constant basis to think what you were doing. I found this out because I ended up doing certain various things. I won't say what, but I'm pretty certain you'll find out for yourself. And because of me doing these very different things, they were just constantly trying to get me back on track as to what they were doing. Like, they constantly wanted me to think about what they were doing. They wanted me to get angry. They wanted me to get mad. I didn't, because at the same time, it's when you are able to understand that the feelings and thoughts that are being projected onto you are not your own. The fear that you feel is not your own. When you understand that, they can't mess with you. They can try to desperately, but it's only out of a desperate attempt to get you to fail yourself so they don't have to feel guilty about anything. But of course, there's plenty of guilt from all the stuff they've done. Even if they don't own up to it, it doesn't change that very fact. As far as things go, like if your phone does get hacked and you find that you don't have as much control of it as you do, again, this video is designed to let you know, disable those hidden apps behind your phone, the very ones that you know for a fact that you did not install. Be mindful though, because some of those other apps that showed up on the list that I've just showed or actually support things for your systems. So you don't really want to do too much, but just enough to where the stuff that you know you're definitely not going to use. As far as my research is concerned, I realized that certain things actually disrupt EMF, vibrations to the back of the head disrupted. How should I say? What is that word I'm looking for? Oh yeah. If you were to, if you have bumps on the back of your head, which I know a lot of people do, if you were to flick those bumps, or at least a little bit, just like just go, take your finger, go over them back and forth a bit, that also causes a chain reaction to where it causes a disruption to the signal. If you one of the things I do like to do is take a sheet of dried seaweed, and what I would do is I would fold it like in a napkin or something, and I would put that underneath, like if I had to work in a cold climate, I would put that underneath like a skull cap or something. And so as that stuff's beaming down on me, it's actually eating away at the seaweed. And if you don't know about seaweed, true natural seaweed actually detoxifies radiation. So you already have a shield as a detoxifier, which is innate state. Then when you add on that seaweed on your head to detoxify it, you got a shield within a shield. But unfortunately, the seaweed only lasts for so long, and then eventually, when you can't use it anymore, is when it starts to look all rubbery like or whatever. So that's that. But that's why the best thing against this is both seaweed and aloe. That's the best combination you can get. As they say, music and stuff tends to help out. The other thing I realized is if you haven't downloaded them yet, download and look up Zakao's V2K. That stuff, he's got a lot of useful stuff there. If you haven't seen it, if you haven't downloaded, check it out. It definitely comes in handy. I'm already probably hitting like almost. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this vid here, and this will be the last one of the night. Because I still need to take a bath and I am getting tired. So, to all you TIs out there, have a wonderful night. Please stay safe. Stay safe. I hope this helps, because I have helped a whole bunch of other people, but I already know the situation is gonna get worse. But you know something? I don't even care. I would rather live a life with helping people than to live it committing sin. So I pray that the Lord and Almighty looks out for us all, keeps us all safe, and it's all a good night.